By 1832, Sweden had been embroiled in the struggle that came to be known as the 30 Years' War for 2 long years. The Swedish troops were composed of an international array of skilled mercenaries under the very capable leadership of Gustavus Adolphus, the Lion of the North. During this period of conflict, Gustavus had fought his way across Germany, perfecting the techniques of combined arms tactics against the forces of the Holy Roman Empire. Now, in early November of 1632, the imperial general Albrecht von Wallenstein had captured the city of Leipzig and was preparing to garrison his army there for the winter. Gustavus, who had been encamped near the city of Naumburg, received intelligence that he had a numeric advantage over these imperial troops, and eventually a battlefield was chosen near the town of Lützen. The battlefield was bisected by a road, with von Wallenstein's 16,000 Imperials on the north side and Gustavus's 19,000 Swedish troops on the south. While the battlefield was largely flat, Wallenstein did place the bulk of his artillery batteries on a series of low rises on his right flank. He was also relying on General Graf zu Pappenheim to arrive, bringing in about 2,300 cavalry reserves if they were needed. November the 16th dawned cold and wet, and von Wallenstein was given a brief respite to organize his troops as the Swedish forces were delayed until about 11 o'clock. Directly before the battle, Gustavus was forced to hastily array his forces into a strong infantry center supported by artillery, with cavalry units occupying the wings and the reserve positions. Now, once organized, he began the assault, charging with both of his flanks against the waiting imperial troops. The initial Swedish charge was hampered by a low ditch that ran along the Lutzen road, as well as the constant fire of the imperial 7-gun battery, and Gustavus's charge was delayed as he began to wait for the infantry in his center to move up to the roadway. After about an hour of fighting, the Swedish brigade was able to capture one of the 2 imperial batteries, and they turned the guns on their former owners. On the Swedish left, the imperial troops drove the advancing Swedes back, and the battle evolved into a firefight between the Swedish artillery and the guns on Windmill Hill, which was just outside the village. Now note that at this time the village of Lutzen had already been put to the torch by Gustavus as he traveled through earlier that morning. As dense fog and the smoke from the burning village began to envelop the battlefield, von Wallenstein sent his center forward, with his cavalry riding up to the Swedish pikemen, firing their pistols, and then retreating out of harm's way to reload. Over the next hour, the imperial musketeers hammered the Swedish center, sending the infantry back behind the roadway. The fog and smoke continued to thicken and made it even more difficult for Gustavus to command his right flank, and soon he was isolated with only his entourage for protection. He was first hit in the elbow by a musket ball, then in the back, and as he fell from his horse, his foot caught in the mouth stirrups, and he was carried by the frightened animal out of the sight of his allies and into the mist. Now, he was later found dying by several Imperials, and when they asked who he was, he replied, "I was the King of Sweden." Imperial soldiers then shot the king in the head and plundered his body. By 1 p.m., Pappenheim had moved his cavalry to the left flank of the Imperial line, and they were ready to make a charge. As the cavalry quickly pressed forward, the Swedes responded with a musket volley, and Pappenheim was struck by a cannonball which destroyed his pelvis. Now, while he wanted to continue the fight, his age drug him to a nearby coach where he was hurried to Leipzig. However, the wound was too great, and he died shortly thereafter. So within an hour, and in very close proximity to each other, the Lion of the North and one of his most capable rivals were mortally wounded. Leaderless, the Imperial cavalry on the left flank began to fall into disarray, but soldiers under Marshal Ottavio Piccolomini, who legend says had 5 horses shot out from him during the battle, and was also hit by numerous musket balls that bounced off of his armor, was able to stabilize the line and drive the Swedish troops back behind the road. Shortly after this, a number of Imperial Croat light cavalry units slipped around the flanks and began sacking the Swedish baggage train. And while this was unintended, it was a very successful distraction that drew around 1,000 Swedish troops away from the faltering front line. The Swedish infantry, who'd been positioned in the center of the line that morning, were now exhausted and disordered, and were commanded to fall back to be replaced by fresher reserve units. And during this exchange, the Imperial battery on Windmill Hill came into the line of sights of the Swedish artillery, who opened up a barrage and sent the gunners fleeing. Now, cavalry on the Swedish left flank then charged and drove over the artillery position and threatened the Imperial right flank, and the captured guns were then turned on the Imperial rear. At the same time, the Swedish right was emboldened to take the other Imperial battery for the second time that day. And this was followed by a fierce Imperial counterattack, with von Wallenstein leading from the front. At one point, he was hit with a musket ball, but it didn't have enough velocity to pierce his skin. And eventually the Imperials prevailed once again, driving the ever-tiring Swedes back. By late afternoon, both sides exhaustedly eyed each other across the battlefield. And there were so many officers dead on the field that it became impossible to effectively command units. But the units were so badly decimated that there was very little to command. At this point, there was really little for the forces to do but angrily blast at each other with artillery barrages and take ineffective pot shots with some long-range musket fire. Now, up until about 3 p.m., a majority of the soldiers and officers from either side were unaware that the Lion of the North lay dead on the battlefield. And after being found, his body was removed. It fell to his two subordinates, Bernard of Saxe-Weimar and Dodo Freiherr zu Inhausen und Kniphausen, or better known as Kniphausen, to assume the leadership of the Swedish forces. Now, during the lull of fighting, Kniphausen, ever the voice of caution, suggested an orderly retreat, while the younger, more ambitious Bernard pushed for another Swedish assault. Bernard won the argument and used revenge for the fallen king as a tool to fan the flames of anger in his soldiers and push them into a charge. At this point, both sides employed all of their units to form one long line in this final clash, and ammunition and powder supplies soon gave out, and the soldiers fell into using their muskets as clubs. Finally, fighting died down when the sun set at 5 p.m. because it was too dark for the two sides to kill each other. It's said that the soldiers were so tired that they only withdrew a little ways apart, and they fell down to sleep amongst the corpses of their fallen comrades. During the night, von Wallenstein fell back to Leipzig. Now, casualties of the battle were gruesomely high on both sides, with the Imperials losing about 5,000 troops, which is a quarter of the men that they had, and the Swedes losing 6,000, which was about a third of the men they had. Both sides claimed victory in the battle. The Swedes because von Wallenstein had fallen back, and the Imperials because they had killed the Lion of the North. Rulership of Sweden would fall to a chancellor, Axel Oxenstierna, who would play a hand in Swedish involvement for the rest of the 30-Year War. The following year, von Wallenstein ran afoul of the emperor. He was removed from command and impaled on a spear by a number of imperial agents in 1634. Okay, this week's game is Lützen, 16 November 1632, Gustavus Adolphus' last battle. It was published in 1976 by SPI Games, and its designer was Brad Hessel, and it's part of the 30-Year War Quad. Now, the base rules for this are the same as the others in the 30-Year War Quad, and I've covered those in the Rocroi module. I'll link to that down below. But there are a few exclusive rules to this particular game, and it consists of 14 turns. I very rarely have the game last quite that long. Each turn is supposed to represent about 45 minutes of actual time. The Swedish player goes first. Now, the reinforcement rules are pretty similar to most standard wargaming rules. Now, the Imperial side is the only side that's going to bring reinforcements in, and those can be brought in on turn 5 and turn 13, and they can enter anywhere between hexes 0109 and 0128. So it's between this edge of the map and the stream. When these Imperial units do come in, they are going to break the stacking rules, and that's okay. You can break it when you bring them in, but you have to immediately take them out of their stack on their movement. Now, the Imperials also have a supply marker, and that's immobile. They can't move it. If it's occupied by any units from the Swedish side, then it's destroyed and removed from play, and that gives 10 victory points to the Swedes. Now, also, the Swedes can perform cavalry charges. This is similar to several of the other games. I think Rocroi has this rule. Basically, what you can do is if a Swedish cavalry unit is moving up against an Imperial infantry unit, the Swedes can double their attack factor. However, once that attack occurs, the Swedish unit is automatically disrupted after that combat. So there are some risks associated with it. Now, during the actual battle, there was a great deal of fog and smoke from the burning town of Lutzen. And to simulate these effects, there are fog turns. And so basically at the beginning of every turn, the Swedish player rolls 1d6, and they check the table to see if visibility is impaired. So on game turn 1, if you roll a 1 to 5 on a d6, then the visibility is impaired. If it's turn 2 and 14, and you roll a 1 to 3, there's impairment. If it's turn 4 through 6, as well as 12 and 13, and you roll a 1 to 2, it's impaired. And finally, on turns 3 and 7 through 11, if you roll a 1, visibility is impaired. Now, if visibility is impaired, the movement allowance of all unit is halved, and you round those fractions up. Also, artillery fire is limited to 2 hexes. However, the effectiveness of that artillery fire at 1 to 2 hexes is undiminished. Finally, there's demoralization levels. I basically say that both sides have a demoralization rating of 65 infantry strength points. They can basically bleed cavalry units all day, but once they reach 65 infantry strength points, and I also add in the leadership points of the various leaders involved, and once that reaches 65, they begin to withdraw from the battle. Now, victory points are fairly complex in this game, and I kind of will go through those when I'm adding up the victory point losses. Okay, let's get to playing. We've got Lutzen set up here. Now, the one thing I did change was I put these artillery units for the Imperials right here. They used to be in the middle of this line, and I don't think that really is a good representation of what happened historically. They tended to be on the center left of the Imperial side. So, Swedish go first, and we do roll to see what the weather's going to be like. I think I can do this. Yeah, okay. We can roll. Now, we roll a 1, and in this case, it's going to be a game turn 1 to 5 would indicate fog. However, there is a special rule that the Swedes get basically clear weather during their turn on turn 1. So it'll apply to the Imperials, but not to the Swedes. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Now, there's no demoralized units that I need to rally. However, I can use my my guns to fire, and they can pretty much fire anywhere as long as they have clear line of sight. I'm going to go ahead. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move these cavalry units to try to break up those guns right here on Windmill Hill. So to do that, I think I'm going to have to demoralize these guys. So if maybe I can do a 1-2 punch here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. They all have line of sight. So let's go ahead and aim at this one first. Now it's obviously going to be a distance over there. It's going to be over 6 hexes. So basically, if we need to roll 1s. So we have 6 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we did get it. I'm going to go ahead and say he takes the demoralization. Now the Swedes can go. And I am going to try to hit him. I need to get the highest. This guy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll move him in here. And then this 4, I'll move him here. I want to try to hit him with as heavy units as I can. Let's see, anybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's not going to make it. This 3 can, and I'll move him in here. And then he can draw off this guy here. I don't think I'll move anybody else in yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We will move. I'll just make a little. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he can make that. And then these 2s I'll put back here. Now, over on the other flank, this is pretty historical. I'm going to take this 6 to 8. 6, 7. He can barely make it. And I'm going to leave him with the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and move him here. I don't want to lose my leaders. 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's my 5. He can move into place, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to move my other units forward. My infantry. 1, 2, 3. Now this ditch costs 2 points to cross, so you can't really do anything. I'm not going to move him in here. We'll move Gustavus here, and I'll move him with a 2. I'll keep him guarded somehow. And then this guy, one, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move these guys up to man the guns. I've had this game go either way, although it's always been close. Never thought I'd get into 30 war games, but I'm 30 years war games, but I think I am. 2, 3. I kind of wish there was a middle ground on these. I need to find some good middle ground game system on this, and I need to find some operational stuff too. Okay, I think that's it for movement. So now we're going to do our attacks here. This guy has an 8 against a 3, so 2 to 1. Let me pull up my sticky note. Okay, so 2 to 1 with a 1. I need to bring my window down here. Maybe that'll help. Okay, 2 to 1 with a 1 is a DD, so this guy is eliminated. So there's my first elimination. And then 4 to 2. And you can't advance after combat, so you can't take that cannon right away. But okay, 4 to 2, 2 to 1 odds with a 1. That's not good for the Imperials. Okay, flip pieces, and then here we have a 3 to 5. So 1 to 2, but this is I forgot these are doubled. Okay, so I rolled 1s for either of those. So let's go back and say I had a 6, let's see, and this was flipped, and this was flipped. Let's go back. Okay, so I had a 6 to 6, 1 to 1. Well, that'd still be the same, so that's a DD. And then a 4 to 2 is a DD, so that's the same. Okay. Now then, 3 to 10. So 1 to 3, 1 to 4 odds. 1 to 4 with a 3 is a he gets his D, so yeah, he did his part. So okay, now we go to the Imperials, and the first thing they're going to do is see if anybody needs to be rallied. No. And then the cannons get to fire. So artillery's going to go against this guy, and it's going to get they roll a 4. Now it's a 1, so that is a DD. Flip piece. Okay. This guy's going to fire with 1. He gets a 4, so this eliminates this guy. And then this guy's going to fire here. Oh, he can only fire 2 hexes, so that's nothing. Down here, oh, I forgot these guys. Go back. Hold on. Go back to the Imperials. I got a little out of time here. So 6. So we're going to go 10 to 6, 1 to 1 odds with a 6. 1 to 1 with a 6 is an AD, so both of those guys are flipped. And then here, this guy's got a 5 against a 7. So 1 to 2 with a 4. 1 to 2 with a 4 is a DX. Okay, so these guys are flipped. And this guy is flipped. That's a defender exchange, so then we go back and reflect that with the attacker. Okay, then here, 6 to 2, 3 to 1 odds with a 4. 3 to 1 with a 4. And that's a defender exchange. So he flips for 2, but he has to flip, even though he's got 6. I hope I'm getting those right. Okay, that's the end of the Swedish move. Now the Imperials move. We can fire here and here. So we'll start firing here. And we roll a 3, so that's going to be enough to do more. Or what is the word I'm looking for? That's a D, so he's disordered. Okay. And everybody else is further than 2 away. So we're in fog move. Now then, the Imperials get to go. I think I'm going to move my guys that are disordered back. And they can move 2. We've got an issue here. We're kind of ground up. First of all, let's go back and get my supply train. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got a movement of 4. He can move back. And then he's going to move here. This guy will move forward. And this guy's going to move 2. This guy's going to move, because he's got a movement of 3, and we round up. He'll man the cannons. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. I don't think, yeah, I'm going to keep my line together. So that's why these guys could move forward, but I think I want to keep my line together. Okay, over here, this is going to be a little trickier. I'm going to move him here. And him here. Whoop, no, I'm not. I'm going to move him here and him here. Move my leader. Now, move this guy over and this guy over. Even though we need to do that, cannon's going to be a problem. One, two, three. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he can't. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think he can even move up on that. So it costs an extra movement point. So 2, 3, 4. We can do this. And we can do this, and then we can go 1, 2, 3. I can't make it. Okay, this guy's going to have to move there. And I'm going to defend him here. And then over here, get this guy out of the way. And move him here. Okay, I think we've moved everybody. Now we can make our attacks. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 to 4. 2 to 1 odds. 2 to 1 with a 3. Defender exchange. Okay, so defender loses 4. Now we have to lose 4 for the Imperials. So flip and flip. We have to lose 5. Oh, he can't do that. Hold on. He's got to fight this guy. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 to 1. Okay, so we've got it. That. And then this is going to go 2 to 5. 1 to 3 odds with a 1. 1 to 3 with a 1. Nothing. Okay. Over here, we've got a 6 and an 8. So 14 to 3. 4 to 1 odds with a 4. And that's going to eliminate him. And then here we have 6 to 3 over these cavalry units fighting it out. And so 6 to 3, 2 to 1 odds with a 2 is a DD. Okay, so he's eliminated. And that ends turn 1. So we go to turn record 2. We roll to see what the weather's going to do. And we roll a 6. So turn 2 is clear. Okay, both sides get to enjoy full battling. Now, one issue we're going to have is this artillery. So we are going to have to hit him. He can do that. He can make a shot. He has to get a 1, which he gets a 3. This guy can do the same. 5. Okay, this guy, I don't think nobody's in line of sight, and nobody's in line of sight for this guy. So 2 guys don't have line of sight here. Oh, we forget to get this guy gets to make a saving throw to see if he rallies. With a 1, he does not. And we'll move this guy out for our first of our movement. I really want to get that artillery. That guy... Oh, I need to rally him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1. I'm going to move him over here. Well, hold on. It's getting this logistics of moving these guys around that gets tough. Okay, 1, 2. And then this guy's got, oh, he can only go 2. 2, and then this guy's going to move here. And then here and here. 2, 3, 4, 5. He can move there. Okay, and then over here. Move here. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to move here and here. And we're going to just move around here. And then actually this guy, I'm going to move him here. And then this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There. Okay, that's all of my artillery. Or my cavalry. Now then, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And that is going to be the end of that, and we will go ahead and do our attacks. Okay, let's just work over left to right here. Actually, I'm going to start here with the this cavalry unit going against this cavalry unit. Now it's going to be 5 to 4 because it's doubled. We roll a 3 at 1-to-1 odds and nothing. You get a lot of that in this game. Okay, 3 to 10, 1 to 4 odds with a 2. That's going to flip him. Probably ought to not charge that hill. And in real life, this really wasn't much of a hill. It was only about a meter or 2 high, but doesn't matter in game turns. Okay, 3, 6, 7, 8 to 3. So 2-to-1 odds with a 5. Nothing. Again, nothing. Okay, over here, maybe we can mop up these cavalry units. I got a 3, 4, 5-to-1 with a 4. And that's going to get rid of that unit. And then here I've got a 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 to, 4, 8, 11 to 4. 2-to-1 odds with a 3. Defender exchange. Okay, so 4 units are here, and then the Swedes will have to give up 4. Okay, that is it for the Swedish turn. Now the Imperials can go. Let's try to do our little rallies. This guy has a 1. There's a leader there, so he needs a 4, 5, or 6. We get a 1, so he doesn't make it. Okay, this guy has a 4, 5, or 6 because he's next to a leader. Gets a 4, so he makes it. And then this guy needs a 5 or 6. 1, no. That guy can't do anything. That's it. Now, we can fire our cannons. And that's going to be pretty deadly here. So we can fire this at this guy, and he gets a 3. So that's enough at a range of 1. I think anything less than a 4 is going to hit. So flips him. This guy, can't shoot. Now, you can't shoot with artillery at units that are already disrupted, so it doesn't do any good. Can't fire over. In some ways, these guys are acting as a shield. Down here we have a cannon. He can fire. I don't think the ditch is going to save you. It wasn't that deep a ditch. I think they're kind of overplaying the ditch here for movement, but... So 1, 2, 3. We need a 1 or 2. So Imperials need a 1 or 2 with a 6. They don't make it. 1, 2, 3, a 4. Again, a 1 or 2. And they do make it. So flip that piece. Anybody in my range? I don't think anybody's in line of sight here. Looking through, I think only those 2 cannons can fire. So, okay, now the Imperials can go. Let's get our guys out of the way of the action. And that's it. Okay, so we've moved all of our guys that need to try to rally. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go down this line, and we're going to try to eliminate some of these guys. Okay, so that should take care. I think I can mop up most of this Swedish cavalry here. Now, over here, not much. Let's see, he's got a... The only thing I could really do... Go here and attack here. He can attack here. I want to keep my guns going. We'll move him, yeah, we'll move him over here. And then these guys need to really kind of stay together. I'm looking for weaknesses there. That line's pretty strong. We're going to stay... I'm going to shift the line this way. Wow. Now, if it said zones of control, it'd be a lot different, but it doesn't, so... Got to keep my cannons safe. I guess we're just going to have to try to stay put and hope for the best here. I have a feeling this is going to get ugly, but... Okay, let's do that. We're going to just do that. So, first of all, let's start with this guy, and we have a 5, 6, 7. So 1 to 1 with a 6. Well, that didn't turn out like I wanted to. So that's a attacker is disordered. And then this guy's a 5 to 2. So 2 to 1 odds there with a 4. 2 to 1 with a 4. Nothing. As usual. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Now I gotta get him. So 5 to 2, 5 to 3, 1 to 1 odds with a 1. Well, that helps. Okay, so that eliminates this guy, and then I've got a 2 to 3, 1 to 2 odds with a 6. Not what I wanted. Okay, flip him, and then here we have 1 to 1 odds between these two. 1 to 1 with a 4. I think that's nothing. Nope. And then here we have a 5, 6, 7, 14 to 2, 6 to 1 odds with a 6. as a defender is disrupted, and then here gonna do a 2-to-1 with a 5, 2-to-1 with a 5, nothing, and then a 15, 24, 5-to-1 odds with a 3, and that will get rid of him. So that's our first Swedish infantry. Okay, over here we've got an 8, 10-to-3, 3-to-1 odds with a 3 is a DD, so he's gone. And here I've got a 3-to-1 with a 2, 3-to-1 with a 2. That'll get rid of this guy. And then here 1-to-1 with a 3, 1-to-1 with a 3, nothing. Okay, and that ends the Imperial attacks. I think I've got everybody. Okay, that's the end of turn. It's also the end of turn 2. We move to turn 3. Check for our weather. And, we better roll. 1. Turn 3. A 1. It's the only thing we got. So it is a fog. So, fog turn. Anybody out on their own on the Imperial side? Or the Swedish side? Nope. Okay. Now the Swedish cannons can't do anything because they all have a range of 2, so they can't fire at anybody. So the Swedes better move. 1, 2, 1, 2. I've got a problem here. There's nobody there. He can flee through there. This guy can go. Oh, there is a. Oh, that Swedish cannon should have been down here. Here, I drug the whole cannon along, but we'll leave him here. And I will say the 6 stuck with him. That's easy to do with this game, is drag those cannons around by accident. So, okay, these guys have all gone. This guy's going to go. Oh. We need to try to envelop the Imperials, which we'll try to do here. I need to look for weaknesses here. Okay, here. Oh, everybody's at half move. Okay. Let's see, where'd this guy come from? He can't move that far. He can move that far. I forgot these guys can't move but 2. 7 to 2. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and try to break that line up. Let's just see what we can do. This guy's kind of... Everybody else is staying put. Okay. So, unfortunately, our charge didn't really work on the heights. Kind of like, again, real life, this does a pretty good job of how the real battle went. Okay, 3-to-1 odds with a 1. I know that's going to eliminate him. And then this guy's going to go 1-to-1 with a 6, which is a attacker. I think attacker. The 1-to-1 with 6 is AD, yeah. So attacker disrupted. Okay, 1-to-1 with a 4. What is going on with this? Yeah. Let's see here. We just lost my sticky notes. There we go. Thank you. Thank you for coming back here. Okay, 1-to-1 with a 4. 1-to-1 with a 4, nothing. Okay, here we have a 6 and an 8 is a to 8. And a 13. Let's see if we can gang up on this guy. So 6 and 8 is a 14 and 13 is a 27 to 8. 3-to-1 odds with a 2. Oh, there's my schedule. 3 to 1 with a 2. Okay, that's what we want. That's going to hurt. Okay. And then we have an 11 to 8, 1 to 1 with a 5. And so this guy loses 8, and then this guy with the 11 loses 11. Okay, we've got a 12, and this guy's got to go against... I'm going to make it go against these guys here. So 12 to 14 and 9 is 23. So 1 to 2 with a 4. Nothing. Okay, now then this guy is going to go 5, 10, 1 to 1 with a 3. Nothing. And then here we have an 11, 12 to 5, 2 to 1 with a 6. Oops. 2 to 1 with a 6. That's a defender exchange. Okay. So this guy loses 5, and then this guy has to lose, he's going to lose 11, so that's going to hurt. Okay, here we have a 5 to 2, or 2 to 1 with a 1. And then here we have a 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. So 3 to 1 with a 1. And 3 to 1 with a 1 is a defender. This guy's going to be gone. Okay, that is it for the Swedes. Turn 3. Now it's time for the Imperials to go. So we'll start out with our... Let's see, so this guy needs a 4, 5, or 6. He makes it. This guy needs a 5 or 6. Makes it. Oh, they're healing up real good. Okay, this guy needs a 5 or 6. Doesn't make it. This guy. Anybody here? Nope. Okay. That's the end of that. Now, any cannons? Well, 1, 2. Not in range, not in range, not in range. This guy is in range. Gets a 6, so that's not going to do anything. So the cannons, artillery have gone. Now, moving our Swedish units out of the way. These guys are just going to get chewed up. So let's try to move them here. And now we're at half moves. 4. We'll try to get rid of this guy. And this guy. I don't remember if this guy, I didn't try for see if he made it. Okay, 3. No, he needed a 4, 5, or 6. Okay. That guy is worth fighting off of, so he's worth it. Let's see. 7 to 2, 3 to 1 odds. Move this guy around. This guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go around here. And then this guy's going to go against that guy. Actually, we're going to go here, here, and here. We're going to abandon those guns. We're going to just take a risk here and see if we can unseat these Swedes. The Swedes. Okay, I think we are gonna... That's about all we can do movement-wise. Okay, let's go ahead and start down here. So 7 to 5. 1 to 1 with a 6. Well, that flips him. Okay, and then that's an attacker is disordered. Okay, 5 to 2. 2 to 1 with a 5. Nothing. Okay, 10 to 3, 3 to 1 with a 3. 3 to 1 with a 3, DD, okay. And then 3 to 7, that's 10, 5 to 1 with a 1. That easily eliminates this guy. And finally, I got a 2 to 1 with a 5. 2 to 1 with a 5 is nothing, okay. Actually, he should have fought both sides. Okay, let's go back. So this is actually 2-1. It's not 2-1. It's 1-2. He was up against 8. 1-4, and we rolled a 5. 1-4 with a 5 is an AE, so that would have eliminated him. Okay. Now then, let's go 12. 14-6. So 2-1 odds with a 5. Nothing. Okay, and then this guy's going to go 9-12, 1-2 with a 1. Well, that's not too bad. It's an exchange. And then here we've got a 10-10, 1-1 with a 3. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit more. 1-1 with a 3, nothing. Okay. 15-7, so 2-1 with a 4, nothing. 8-3, 2-1 with a 1 is a DD. So he's flipped. And that, my friends, ends the turn. So we go to turn 4. Okay, Swedish. Let's see who they can try to rally. This guy's... And so this guy's the only... These two are the only two pieces that can rally. Now, he is next to a commander, so he can get a... And the commander's 2, so he's got anything better than a 3 or better, so that works. And then this guy's got to get a 5 or 6, and he does. Okay, so he rallies. Swedish guns. Let's see. I don't think he's in. Oh, we need to roll for the weather. We roll a 2, and this is game turn 4. So game turn 4, 2, so it's foggy. Okay, so Swedish guns are out of range. Everybody moves half. What I'm going to do, move this guy down here, this guy here, this guy here, and this guy here. Well, that's not very much. Really, all I can do is just kind of stay put. I could move around. I could do that. Well, no, I can only move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can move through, so I guess that works. That's a weird feeling doing that. Okay. Move the line down here for 2-1 odds. Let's make it 3-1. And 2, 1, 2. We'll try Wallenstein is still there. 1, 2. I'm going to move this guy back and this guy back. Okay, back to our cavalry battle over here. And we'll just screen there. Okay, I think I've moved everybody. We are slowly losing units. Okay, so here we've got a 4, 5, 6-4. So 1-1 with a 1. Well, that's going to send that guy off. So flip piece. So far we've lost. Let me go ahead and just make a little thing up here. 7, 13, and then we're going to move this to 8. But things are going to change radically here. Okay, here we've got a 7, 8. We got a 3-1 with a 4. And 3-1 with a 4 is a DX. So we got to lose a 7, and then the Swedes get to lose a 7. Okay, here we have a 19-4. That's a 4-1 with a 3. DD. Okay, so this guy is eliminated. So we'll put him up here. And I think I just said 45 for both sides before they fall apart. Okay, 6-5. 1-1 with a 5. Is a DX. So Gustavus, whoops, I don't want to pull that. So defender exchanges. So he's got to pull that, and then, and this is an interesting case. He loses 5, so this guy has to lose 5, but this guy's gone. So I guess I'm not quite sure how we handle that since we don't have 5. Well, wait, he has to lose. The rules aren't real clear. So this guy lost. Let me see. We've got this guy flipped. He's got 5. And this guy's got, let's see, flip 2. I almost feel like if this guy's gone, then this guy has to take 5. But these are leadership points. They're not combat points necessarily. So you see what I'm going at here. I don't think the rules really address this sort of situation. I am going to, I tell you what I'm going to do. This is going to be a terrible cheat, but I'm going to flip his adjacent guy. We could say Adolphus is killed. How am I going to handle that? I think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to say Gustavus Adolphus dies, and then this guy can flip. And that'll get your 5. That sounds about the most fair thing to do. Okay, 5 to 10. 1 to 2 odds with a 2. 1 to 2 with a 2. Nothing. Okay. And here we have a 7 to 15. 1 to 3 with a 4. And that's an attacker disordered. Okay, and then we have a 4, 5, 6, 7 to 2. 3 to 1 with a 2. Defender is flipped. Okay. So we'll say, like the real battle, Gustavus Adolphus dies right about here. Actually, that's pretty close. So, and that is going to be the end of the Swedes' turn. Now we move to the Imperial turn. We can fire. Nope, they're out of range because it's foggy. Let's see. Anybody saved from the rallies? 4, no. This guy, 5, yes. This guy here, 1, no. Here, 6, yes. Any other pieces? Nope. Okay. We're going to move our guys back. 1, 2. This guy's in pretty safe space. This guy's in safe space. This guy's going to go 1, 2. And now we can move our units. Oh man, this guy's gonna... Oh, these cannons. I forgot about these guys, but no, they can't do anything. Okay, that guy's going to move around. We'll move this guy up a little. This guy at 12. Going to come down here. And then we're going to... Can't go any further here. Okay, we'll do that. Excuse me. Okay. Now, I think we've moved everybody that can move. We got a, let's start over here. We've got a 5 to 6. 1 to 2 with a 1. 1 to 2 with a 1 is a DX. So we got to lose 5. Actually 6. Flip piece. Whoops. I guess what I'm going to do here is I'm going to flip this guy. I'm going to flip this guy, and then I'm going to eliminate this guy. I went ahead and made a brief check on the rules, and I still can't find a lot there. So Okay, 5-2. Let's go 2-1 with a 6. Yeah. 2-1 with a 6. Get my little thing back. There we go. Anyway, let's go. Okay, 2-1 with a 6. Defender exchange. So I'm going to say this guy is eliminated. And then this guy is flipped. Okay, and then here we have an 8-4, 2-1 with a 3. Defender exchange. So we know this guy's gone. And this guy's flipped. Let's see, that was... What was he at? He was at 4. And this guy was at 5. So yeah, that will make sense. Okay. That's those guys. Now then, von Wallenstein, 14-6. 2-1 with a 4. Now, I'm not sure the ditch provides you. Let's go ahead and see what the ditch provides for cover here. 30-Year War, ditch, no effect. Okay, well, you don't know till you ask. So, where am I? Okay. Where was? Okay, let's try it again here. We got 12, 14-6. So 2-1 odds with 1. So that sends this Swede scurrying. And here we've got a 10-6. 10-6. Okay, 10-6 is 1-1 with a 2. DX. Okay, so 10 is lost here. And then this guy is 5. I guess we're just going to flip. That's about all we can do. Again, we're in a situation here where there's less units that are defending. I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. 19-4. 3-1 with a 3. DD. Okay, that's nice and easy. Now the Swedes are getting pretty chewed up here. And then we've got an 8-7. 1-1 with a 5. DX. Okay. Flip. And now that will eliminate this guy. And since he's eliminated, that means that I take it that means that the commander with him is also eliminated. So what did I do with him? He's here. Okay. And then over here, 6-2. 3-1 odds with a 1. 3-1 DD. Okay. Flip. And that ends the turn. Now, since that ends the turn, we got to see how we're doing. So far, the Imperials have taken 7, 15, 20, 29. And the Swedes have taken 8, 11, 18, 29, 31, 38, 49, 50 points. Okay, and what was our... Let's check it out here. Imperialist Swedes are at 65. Okay, I think I said 65 for both sides. I think these guys are pretty evenly matched. Honestly, in real life, they were. Obviously, the death of Gustavus Adolphus was pretty important here. Although he had kind of, by the time the Battle of Lutzen had come around, he was kind of at the end of his rope with a lot of the other leaders. Richelieu from France was kind of ticked at him, and I think that his influence was waning in the courts. So the Imperials get to bring in some guys, and so they can come anywhere between this stream and this edge of the map. I think we'll just put them right there. Okay. We got to roll for weather, and we get a 3 on turn 4. Turn 4, 3, so it's clear weather. We can check to see if for saving our saving throws. And we get a 3, so that's enough here for flipping this piece. And down here, this guy gets to go. He needs a 4, 5, or 6, which he makes it. This guy gets to go and gets a 6, which makes it. Okay, everybody's good. Now, the guns. We can fire quite a few. That guy. We're going to aim right at this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Nope. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess he's at a range of 6 plus. No, he's at a range of 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this guy and this guy need a 1 or 2. 4, 5. This guy needs a 1 or 2. Okay, so let's start with this guy here. And he gets a 3. This guy goes, gets a 3. This guy goes, gets a 3. Okay. Who do I want to bomb here? He could shoot at him. I'm going to go ahead and these two guys can go. Now they needed 1s. Neither of them get it. Okay. Now we can need to move our guys away. I could try for the baggage train, but I've got him coming in. Okay, we're going to go here. And then here. One, two. And there's not many units left. I guess we will go here. Okay, Swedes go, and they get a 3, 6, a 1-to-1 with a 3. A 1-to-1 with a 3 is nothing. A 4-to-1 with a 6, nothing. Here we've got a 3-to-1 with a 1. That's going to get rid of this guy. It's getting down to the wire here. And let's see here. 14 to 3. Oh, okay. That's 4-to-1 with a 4. DD. Flip. And then here we have a 3-to-1 with a 5. Nothing. 8 to 3. 2-to-1 with a 6. DX. Okay. Well, I think every time you attack, you take a lot more damage than you inflict. Okay. 1-to-1 with a 3. 1-to-1 with a 3. Nothing. That's for those two. Here we've got a 8 to 6. Eight to 6. And this guy, let's see. Well, 8 to 3. I guess we'll go to 8 to 3. 2-to-1 with a 6. DX. Okay, that sends that guy packing. But I have to take some damage here. And then 2 to 1. 1 to 2 with a 5. 1 to 2 with a 5. 80. Okay. Flip piece. And that is the end of the Swede's turn. It's an open. So let's start with trying to rally. Okay, this guy can rally with a 3. That's not enough. He needed a 4. This guy can rally with a 4. Not enough. This guy can rally with a 2. Not enough. Okay, that's it for my rallies. Firing with our cannons. Everybody is... Okay, that guy can go. We get a 3 at a range of 3 with a is not enough. Let's see, here. This guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a 1 or 2. He does. Okay. Flips that piece. Nothing there. Okay, that's it. First of all, I'm going to bring these guys in. And I'm going to start with the most. This is Pappenheim's crew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we are just going to surround these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want the 3s here. Okay, now where's this guy going to go? 8 and 8, and we're going to bring this guy in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move him here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 there. This guy goes back. And this guy's going to go 2, 2. He's going to come over here. This guy's going to pull back and pull back. And we're going to pull down there. Nope, he's not going to go in. There, and we'll get there with our cannons. And this guy will go here. Slowly we're using less and less powerful pieces for our cannons, but that's okay. And let's see here. So let's start over here. 3 to 1. With a 1. Oh, yeah, that's going to get rid of him. And then here we have a 2, 4, 1 to 1 with a 4. I think that's nothing. Yep. Okay, here we have a 4, 7, 10, 13 to 6. 2 to 1 with a 5. Nothing. Okay. 5 to 7. Actually, that's 13 to 7. 1 to 1 with a 3. Nothing. Here we've got a 14, a 19 to 2. 19 to 2. So 4 to 1 with F4. DD. Okay, that's going to eliminate him, and that's going to bring this guy here. And then here we've got a 19 to 12. 1 to 1 with a 1. And every turn just goes back and forth in this game. Okay, 2 to 1 with a 3. That's an exchange. Flip piece, and then here we've got a 6 to 1 with a 2, and that's an elimination. So we can send him off. Okay. I think that's going to be it. That's it for the turn. We go to turn 5. Let's count it up. If anybody's over 65, 7, 15, 20, 29, 37, 42. Okay, here we have 8, 11, 18, 29, 31, 38, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, so it's still pretty close. We go to the next turn. We roll for weather and get a 5. And this is turn 5. 5 and 5. Okay, 1 and 2. So it's clean. It's clear weather. So start by rolling for some saves for rallies. Nope. Oh, yeah, he rallies. Okay, here. This guy's got to get a 2. Doesn't make it. This guy can rally. 1 doesn't make it. That's it for the rallies. Now let's pull some guys at the back. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, you know what? I am just going to go adjacent to him and attack, and that will eliminate him, which is what I want, because I was dumb and left him alone. Go across here, and here, and here. I think I'll wait over there. No, wait, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might be able to go back there. I didn't check for my artillery. Okay, well, let's do a quick artillery check. That guy. Nope. 1 or 2. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need a 1 or 2. Nope. And then this guy. And that is enough. Okay, there's my artillery. And then these guys can't do anything. God, I can't do anything. Okay, there we go. Now then I can attack. Little things get a little out of order. 7 to 3. 2 to 1 odds with a 4. 2 to 1 with a 4. Nothing. Okay. Pappenheim, I'm going to say, is eliminated. And then 6 to 13. 1 to 3 with a 5. Ooh. That's an AD, so that's a flip piece. Okay, here we got a 12 to 15. 1 to 2 with a 6. AD. Flip, and here finally we've got a 3 to 1. Whoop. 3 to 1 with a 3. DD. Okay, so that's gets rid of that guy. And we're getting down to the line here. It looks bad for Sweden. And so we'll go with the Imperial forces. Let's see what we can rally. He can try. 2. Nope. This guy can try. 2. Nope. 1. Nope. This guy back here. 6. He does. That's kind of nice. And this guy rallies. This cavalry rallies. This cavalry does not. Okay. Okay, it's now time for the Swedes to go. Artillery fire, nothing, nothing, nothing. Oh, there's nobody to shoot at. This guy here. 6, nothing. And then this guy, 3. Okay, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I needed a 1 or 2. And this guy needs a 1 or 2. Does not get it. So, okay. Now it is time for the these guys to go. Move this guy back, this guy into position, this guy into position, this guy into position. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then this guy will go. I think I'll stay put there. This guy will go. This guy will go. And this guy will come in. And I think we'll try to hammer those guys out a little bit. I'm not taking those guns yet. Maybe I should, but okay. Going down the line, we got a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to 4. 2 to 1 odds with a 5. 2 to 1 with a 5. Nothing. Okay, here we've got a 4, 7. We've got 4, and 5 is 9. 12, and 8 is 20 to 7. 3 to 1 odds. 2 to 1 odds with a 2. Ah. I just keep losing things here. Give me my sticky thing back. 2 to 1 with a 2. That's a DD. Okay, so that eliminates that guy. And we flip him, and then we've got a 8 to 3, 2 to 1 odds with a 4. Nothing. Okay, down here I've got a 5. And a 6 is 11, and 8 is a 19 to 2. Easily 6 to 1 with a 3, so that eliminates him. Here I've got a 15 to 6, which is 2 to 1 with a 5. Nothing. Here I've got a 5 and a 12 is 17, 18, 19 to 3. So again, 6 to 1 odds with a 6 is a DD. So this guy's eliminated. And I think that's going to push me over. Flip. And that's it. Okay. Let me just count up here. So we got 8. 10 is 18. 29. 31. 38. 49. 50. 51. 52. 53. 69, and that's it. So 60 and 5. Okay. So the Swedes are thrown into disarray, and they are going to flee the battle. Now, I don't know. I'm not sure I really like that kind of rule, but I guess it's there to just... I'm not sure why the rule's there. I'm not quite sure what it implies, but we'll just say the Swedish turn 6. They head out. 1, 2... Oh, we got to see what the weather is. 5. Okay, this is turn 6 with a 5. Is 1 to 2. Okay, so they can go 1, 2. Actually, they move 4 if they're disrupted during this the flight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do think this rule could be a lot better. There's really not much. I'm not sure what it does. Do some stuff with the victory points, but honestly, in this game series, I think the victory points are kind of crazy as it is. Okay, and then it's time for these guys to go. So. It's not really going to matter whether there's... Well, I guess it could. Am I going to chase them? Wait, that guy didn't go 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even think I'm going to bother to chase them. I think we'll just go ahead with victory points as it is, and we'll call it the game. I mean, I'm pretty sure the Imperials won this one. I think we had 69 to 7 and 8, 15, 20, 29... and 10 is 39, and 44. So, yeah, I mean, even if we start to go down to the minutiae of losing leaderships and everything, I think they've lost, the Swedes lost Gustavus Adolphus, so I think that's it. Again, I don't think, a lot of these old SPI quads, the victory conditions on them are just a mess to sit and figure out, and So you can sit and argue some of the points too, but I think you get a pretty good idea of who actually won the battle, just like the real one. So anyway, that's what I got for the week. I think this is kind of a decent game. There are some problems again, I think, with the attacker disorder and defender disorder. If the attacker has a lower number of combat points than a defender, and it disorders the defender, what do you do with the attacker? If you know how to handle that situation, let me know down below, because I'd be interested in finding out how to do that. Only got one other game in the series, Nordlingen, that I'm going to do. The others I'm not going to do because I've played them and they're just not that great, so really not worth the time. I've got other games I could be showing you guys. So anyway, that's what I got this week. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I will talk to you later. Bye.